Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another wonderful round here at the Degenerate Racing League, aka DRL. We've been to Zolder, we've been to the Nürburgring, Silverstone, Red Bull Ring, and now we're racing at Bathurst. We've just passed the halfway point in the championship season. This will be round 5. Head into round 6, we're going to Brands Hatch, Kyalami, and then Imola to round out the finale on April 15th. Let's take a look at our Patreon subscribers. Thank you very much from Ricky, Bobby, Russell, Stanford, Evans, Vorg, Max Power, Don, Fossman, Buggy, Watt, Artur Hermanis, Tyler Morgan, Joshua Rodriguez, Darren Wicks, Andy Jackson, Sean Ches, Jason Hayes, Ronald Swanson, Spencer Braun, Tarugo, Mike Fuller, John Malott, Norris Yu, and Shooter McGavin. I know I don't need to say everybody's name, but I like saying everybody's name. You guys are absolutely fantastic and keep the stream going every single week. So thank you very much for the love, support, and accolades you guys provide to the DRL community. You guys are literally keeping us going. We've got the qualifying session underway already, so without any further delay, let's take a look at what the drivers are all up to. Here we go. Artur Hermanis in P1 with a 2:02.3 over Don Donovan, Sean Ches, Wes Romery, Tyler Morgan, and Grant Zahara. Russell Stanford, Buggy Watt, and Jay Paisa not performing in this session right now. Take a look at the Degenerate Racing League Season 5 standings. And since we do have the Pro-Ams out, let's go ahead and take a look at the Pro-Ams, where Artur Hermanis leads with a drop round of second place. He's finished nothing but on the podium so far. He leads the championship with 147 points. Ooh, I've got to update liveries. And Jay Peiser right now, JP with Samantha Tan racing car, running in 7th place. But first place is second place, is Don Donovan in the championship with 128 points. Then Sean Ches and the Party Pickles in 3rd. Vladislav Maverick in 4th place. Always a bridesmaid, never quite the bride here. 4th, 6th, 3rd, and 4th for him. Juan Lopez in 5th. Tyler Morgan in 6th. Russell Stanford in 7th. Frugo in 8th. Rosemary 9th, Alan Young in 10th. Then we have Braden Breeze, John Malott, Don Fossman, Grant Zahara, Buggy Watt, Ricky Bobby, Jason Hayes, and Jay Pisa. Here is Juan Lopez for the Sky Tempesta Racing Team, the number 58 in 30th position right now, has not set a lap. He's going to have this one final run to do it, because then we're going to have the pros running right after this once we get down to the 10-minute mark. Archer Hermanis sets a 201.432. Don Donovan in 2nd place for the Halftone Racing Team is 70 thousandths away from that first place spot. Wes Romery is 1.8 seconds back right now for the Halftone Racing Team. Jay Pisa finds himself in 7th position, driving the 135, coming up the big hill right now. Hello, Alex Hansen. I'm doing good. How about yourself, my friend? Grant Zahara finds himself in 4th place for Team Solo Q and then warps back to pit lane. Tyler Morgan for defense not found in 8th place right now. See if he can find any improvement when he gets the line. He's up 1 second, but it looks like he's invalidated that lap. Is that true? No, it is not true. Tyler Morgan up into 6th place, driving the number 72, defense not found. Now it is time for the pros to get out onto the racetrack, and you'll see them pile out of pit lane. Here we go. It'll be Andrej Sturman leading the charge. Actually, that'll be the number 11th place car. Who is that? Cooper Atherton leading the charge out there. And they're already catching to the rear end of Tyler Morgan, who is on a valid lap. He crossed the line with a couple seconds left to spare. Hopefully they all realize that they've got to wait for Tyler Morgan to finish up this lap before they can really get going again. And here's Shooter McGavin for Team Shake and Bake, chasing the Brondo GP car. Lovely looking livery with the grass underneath it. Omar Kane nips the wall there coming down the hill. Coming down the Conrad Straight is Joshua Rodriguez, the Red Bull Racing team. The number 93. And now the queue forms, coming through the chase. Joshua actually preferred me to call him Josh instead, but unfortunately I go by full names here, so it'll be Josh Rodriguez, or Joshua Rodriguez, I should say. He's driving the Red Bull Racing Honda NSX, and that livery shall be updated. Waiting for Awesome Sim Racing to do its thing. Do a quick reset very quickly. I apologize that we're going to miss the outlaps, but I'd rather have the liveries than not. Go back here.
Green light, show them what you got.
And now let's check out that Honda NSX from Joshua Rodriguez. There it is. The Red Bull livery is there in full, with 5 minutes and 45 seconds remaining left in qualifying. We didn't miss too much. Andrej Sturman goes pole position. Behind is Cooper Atherton, Artur Hermanis in third place, Kyle Hirsch in fourth place, Don Donovan in fifth, Omar Kane throws his name into sixth place, Joshua Rodriguez bumps up into seventh place overall. And it's clear that we have some amateurs that deserve to be promoted at the end of this championship season. Artur Hermanis, Don Donovan. I'm looking at the two of you now, because you seem to be running just as fast, if not faster than some of the pro drivers that are out there. And I think that's the way it'll go for season 6. The beautiful Reed Park right now, coming up the hill and then into Solomon Park and down the plummet into Sunset in just a moment after McPhillamy. Skyline, down the hill we go, the left, the right, the back to left through the Dippa. Turn 16 and into Forest Elbow now, aka Bentley Corner, now known as the BMW M Corner. Artur Hermanis goes pole position with a 2-minute .53, but Andrej Sturman right behind him goes 27 thousandths faster. And then Jakob Stofko dips his heels into third place with a 201.2. Omar Kane and Artur Hermanis gets bumped back into fourth and fifth respectively. Cooper Atherton going edge to edge there, clattering with the barriers and pulls off the side of the road. That'll end his qualifying session. Or will it? He gets his car repaired and rolls back out. He might get one more lap in, but it won't be too successful. He's coming out in the middle of traffic. I think that's the number 5 of Frank Castle right behind him. That is Frank Castle and Burt Macklin actually running nose to tail right now. On board with the number 4 of the Sandbag Syndicate. Looking at Daniel Hirsch as he gets chased down by, I believe, that would be my man, Shooter McGavin. Shooter McGavin for Team Shake and Bake. Not setting a valid lap yet. As he comes through Skyline, it looks like he won't be able to set a valid lap. Rooney, the number 69, nice, not doing so well on this occasion. Macklin, the number 4, running in 12th place, fastest lap, Bill 1.787. He did that on his last lap out. Nathan Henderson stopped at the top of the hill, warps back to pit lane. That'll conclude his qualifying session. This will officially be the last lap for all the drivers to get their runs in. Mr. Burt Macklin getting to the line here in just some due time, but here's Neil Kerbel running in 5th place, the Starship Velociraptor. He's coming down the Conrad Straight right now. Is he out there looking to improve? It doesn't look like it. See all the track there and the extra runoff. Mount Panorama, track length of 3.8 miles, 6.2 kilometers, founded in 1938, unchanged from 1987, located in Bathurst, New South Wales, Australia. 23 corners, 14 to the left, 9 to the right, elevation change of 571 feet or 174 meters. The Conrad Straight is 1.1 miles long. Of course, the program has expanded its events in the recent years to not only take the Bathurst 1000, but also the Bathurst 12 Hours for international GT cars, the 6-hour production car enduro, the Challenge Bathurst for all corners, and the Bathurst International for Australian Racing Group's roster of categories. Taking a quick water break here before we get going because we got 45 minutes of nonstop race action at Bathurst coming up with over 29 drivers registered. We've got 30 total ready to take to the green flag here at Bathurst. One mandatory pit stop will be required of all the drivers, but there is no mandatory pit stop requirement. Some drivers may elect to take tires, damage repair, but minimum 1 liter of fuel is required for this series. Go ahead and start our livery rundown. In first place is Andrej Sturman with a 2-minute .55. In first place with the number 71 Lamborghini NA70 Esports. Second place is Cooper Atherton, the number 77 Pro category driver. Then Kyle Hirsch and the Dive Bombers running in third place, actually. Wow, good qualifying out of Kyle Hirsch in the number 21. Jakob Stopko, the number 70, in fourth place right now. Followed by that is Neil Kerbel, the 395 Starship Velociraptor vehicle. Then we have Darren Wicks, the number 46, in sixth place right now. Omer Kane, the number 13, in seventh place, driving the BMW. Artur Hermanis, the number 44, in eighth place, 1.3 off the pace. Don Donovan and Halftone Racing Red Bull, number 333, is running in ninth. Daniel Hirsch, the Super Kitties, number 48, in 10th position. Then we have Nathan Henderson, the number 31, for Pegasi Motorsport 2025. Then we have Red Bull Racing for Joshua Rodriguez, the number 93 Honda NSX. Burt Macklin, the number 4, in 13th position, 1.7 off the pace. Dean Stefani, the 877, will be in 14th position for the Green Light Racing team. Mitch Nairati, the number 32, is going to be in 15th position. Followed by that, we have Mr. Frank Castle, the number 5, in 16th position. Spencer Braun and Braun GP Brondo, number 7, is going to be in 17th spot. Wes Romery, the 444 for Halftone Racing, is going to be in 18th. In 19th position, we have Sean Ches and the Party Pickles running in 16th, running the number 16 in 19th place. Then Grant Zahara for Team Solo Q in 20th position, and driving the number 23. The Big Tune Racing car of Kevin Palaniuk is in 19th. In 22nd place is going to be Russell Stanford, and he's going to be in 22nd place. Tyler Morgan, the number 72, defense not found, running in 23rd. Jay Paisa, the 135, in 24th position right now. Don Fossman, the number 11, in 25. Then we're going to have Ricky Bobby, the number 26 for Shake and Bake, in 25th, driving the number 26, though. In 27th spot, we have John Malott and the number 85, Gears a Bonsai. Why didn't that livery come in? Shooter McGavin, the number 69, Shake and Bake. Nice. Buggy Watt, the number 410 in 29th position. And then Juan Lopez in 30th position, the number 58. Let's check out this. John Malot's livery didn't come through. Why didn't it come through? Man, that sucks. John Malot's livery actually looks amazing, by the way. He's driving the Worm, the Bonsai Space Worms car. And either it didn't get uploaded properly or it didn't get downloaded properly. But there's a good livery that got missed for sure. The driver's coming through the cutting now, aka Audi corner, and up through Griffin's Mount. Down the hill, plummeting through Skyline and the S's on our way to the Dippa. Down the 1.1 mile Conrad Straight we go for the first time tonight. Expecting to run around 23 laps here, with the drivers all putting in around 2-minute laps, or at least the leaders putting in 2-minute flats. Taking a look at the front of the grid now, it's Andrej Sturman, Cooper Atherton, Kyle Hirsch, Jakob Stafko. Here we go, ready to take the green flag. Drivers all staggered up 2x2 formation in green, green, green. Away we go. Headed towards turn 1, and it looks like Andre Sturman is holding on to that lead. Cooper Atherton going a little bit wide and goes off into the grass, rejoining the racetrack, and they're going to go 3 wide up the hill through the mountain straight. But it looks like that'll be Neil Kerbel and Jakob Stofko getting next to each other there. But it's nose to tail right now between the two drivers. Neil Kerbel's advantage up into 3rd place in front of his former teammate, Jakob Stofko. And now further back down the grid, we have Darren Wicks chasing Cooper Atherton, Artur Hermanis in tow as well, Omer Kane. And everybody is going to go single file line right now, looking further down the grid. Joshua Rodriguez goes a little deep and wide at the cutting, and now tumbles down into 14th position as Nathan Henderson looks to be the driver that's under threat right now, as he is just in the Pegasus Motorsports car, but just blinking around. I think the other drivers not really sure where he's rubber banding to, and that's causing a little bit of hiccup in the giddy up there for most of the drivers in the field right now. Coming down the hill into Skyline, this is looking pretty sketchy. And now, where is the Pegasus car actually going to go? And there is Andre Sturman, our race leader, actually tumbling down the order. Let's get a recap of what happened to the number 71. Oh, gets touched in the rear end by none other than Kyle Hirsch. And that will definitely be incident responsibility for Mr. Hirsch. Unfortunate there. But Neil Kerbel gets promoted into 1st place, Kyle Hirsch into 2nd place, and Andre Sturman tumbling down the order quite far. Neil Kerbel in the lead, like I said. Cooper Atherton running in 4th place now after his first corner mishap. And now Mitch Nairati under threat from Joshua Rodriguez by half a second, but threatening Nathan Henderson up in front. Looks like Cooper Atherton is chasing Jakob Stofko right now. Up the hill through the cutting, nose to tail for now. Joshua Rodriguez. Oh, big incident. This is going to be a pileup for sure. Yellow flags waving at the cutting, as it looks like Darren Wicks is trying to back up into the racetrack, and oh man, that is not looking clean. Joshua Rodriguez warps back to pit lane. Frank Castle, who was that backing up into the race track? I believe that might have been Dean Stefani in the 877 for the Greenlight Racing, and just gotta know better than that. And yeah, that's Dean Stefani with a lot of damage, and his tires are hurting as well because he can't even make it through Reed Park without slipping and sliding. Warps back to pit lane. That'll be the end of his running as well. Andre Sturman trying to climb back up the rungs of the ladder, coming through Forest Elbow. Makes a look to the inside line, and there's a car parked there coming out of Forest Elbow. And that causes a little bit of a pileup and a 3-way squabble between the Party Pickles, forming a wall in front of Kevin Palaniuk. Don Fossman and Sean Ches, both Party Picklers, boxing in Kevin Palaniuk for Big Tune Racing. Macklin and Donovan going after it up the mountain straight, but it looks like Burt Macklin's got the position done and dusted on this occasion. Nathan Henderson lurking in the background, trying to get past Don as well. Don not battling these cars in his category, but is battling for bragging rights overall, I would say. see the tower changing on the left-hand side when we cross the sector line. So that was sector 1 completed, coming up the hill and into the cutting. On board with Omar Kane as he comes down the hill through the dipper, chasing down Artur Hermanis, it looks like. Nathan Henderson in a bit of a pickle right now, chasing Donovan. And he's 2/10 back. Nathan Henderson for the Pegasus Motorsports 2025, number 31. Out of the inside line goes the Pegasus car, and that is a big send from a long way back, but he backs out of it just in the nick of time. Donovan escapes with his life. I'm sure he saw it flashing before his very own eyes. That was very close. 38 minutes and 20 seconds remaining on the clock, folks. We're only 3 laps into this one, and moves are being made left, right, and center. There goes Burt Macklin trying to make a move on Omar Kane. And he is able to get the move done on Omar Kane at turn 2, it looks like. And now through the cutting through turns 3 and turn 4. Nose to tail with Daniel Hirsch, the car in front. On board with Burt Macklin as we chase Daniel Hirsch through Solomon Park. Now into McPhillamy, that Honda NSX, unrestricted here at Bathurst. Is an awfully strong contender coming down the long straightaway that is the Conrad Straight. Neil Kerwell in first place, leading by a long shot right now. His gap has formed to 3.7 seconds in front of Kyle Hirsch. Daniel Hirsch chasing down Artur Hermanis, leading by half a second right now. That'll be the first driver in the Pro-Am category, the number 44 purple and gray vehicle. Artur Hermanis driving for defense, not found, but he's putting up quite a fight today. Daniel Hirsch is flying coming down the hill through the S's and into the dipper. Accelerator coming out of Forest Elbow down the Conrad Straight out of turn 19. There's a move up the inside line coming into the chase. This is going to be side by side and again side by side coming through the chase as the number 4 is under threat from Omer Kane, the number 13 BMW. And this is going to be leading all the way down into Murray's corner, and there's some bumping and banging going on. Omer Kane under threat now from the 31 of Nathan Henderson in the background. Snap back to Omer Kane getting bumped back even further with Mitch Nairati in tow. I think Don Donovan's included in this battle. We're going to go side by side up the hill through the mountain straightaway. Keeping an eye on the gaps for the leaders, leading by 4.2 seconds, Neil Kerbel over Kyle Hirsch, Jakob Stofko, Cooper Atherton, Darren Wicks, Daniel Hirsch, Artur Hermanis, Burt Macklin, Nathan Henderson, Mitch Nairati round out your top 10. Artur Hermanis, Don Donovan, and Grant Zahara are your top 3 in the Pro-Am category right now. Back over to Burt Macklin and Sandbag Syndicate now, getting chased down by Nathan Henderson. And we've got a long queue of around 6 cars here. Now looking at Burt Macklin, the Sandbag Syndicate number 4, again still chased by Nathan Henderson. Coming down the Conrad Straight, this is where that Honda NSX will truly shine down the straightaway. No one can catch him in a straight line. Nathan Henderson around 3/10 back, Mitch Nairati half a second away from joining the two of them. A little bit of a curb mount there for Burt Macklin coming through the final corner. But he's looking all right for now. Mitch Nairati going out and finding the dirt there, as well as Don Donovan. Traffic now as I think Shooter McGavin pits for the second time, it looks like. Ricky Bobby also pitted for the second time. Russell Stanford, Andrej Sturman, both of them pitting once. These are are all mostly long pit stops. Shooter McGavin pitting for his mandatory, got his 7-second stop out of the way. Nathan Henderson is actually lapping faster than Burt Macklin right now, 202.450 to a 202.540 for Burt Macklin. We just can't find an opportunity to pass him anywhere. Morgan, the number 72, caught at Forrest's elbow with his pants down, and he is rolling once more, looks like. Andrej Sturman holds on to the fastest lap of the race at 201.377. And he is in 23rd position, make that 22nd position as a group of drivers decide to make their pit stops. Juan Lopez, Tyler Morgan, and Kevin Palaniuk all coming down pit road. All three of these drivers battling it out as hard as they possibly can. You can see them pushing close to the barriers here, as close as they possibly can. The paint is even scraping off of their cars as they get close to them. Is that a touch or just mounting the curb for Mitch Nairati or Nathan Henderson? Not seeing an incident pop up, so they may have just mounted the curb, just like Burt Macklin just mounted that curb. And this is going to be a run for Nathan Henderson coming in towards Hell Corner now. Henderson in the Pegasus Motorsport 2025 car. 3/10 the gap between Nathan Henderson and Burt Macklin. Neil Kerbel lapping at around 2:02.1s. He is one of the faster drivers at the front of the field right now. All other drivers, including Kyle Hirsch, lapping in the 2:02 lows to 2:03s. Kyle Hirsch's last lap around. There goes Nathan Henderson with a big wiggle in the braking zone coming down into the chase, but he's doing all right to not really hurt Burt Macklin's charge. Number 19 of Kevin Palaniuk down here at the skyline, it looks like. Excuse me. Thought that was the chase, but no. There goes Burt Macklin looking at the inside line on Artur Hermanis, but just looking, no touching, he says, just like a gentleman at a gentleman's club. Forcing a huge side-by-side moment there. Artur Hermanis falls backwards. Burt Macklin runs really deep, but manages to maintain his position in front of Artur. Artur falls back 2 positions. Nathan Henderson still chasing Burt Macklin right now. Artur Hermanis is down into 9th place overall, 1 step closer to Don Donovan, who's lurking in the background. This is the battle between Nathan Henderson and Burt Macklin that hasn't gone anywhere for quite some time. We might get a battle for the lead of the Pro-Am category here shortly, but there's a big slapper into the wall end to end for Burt Macklin. Loses the position to Nathan Henderson, and we've got a squabble now for best of the rest. Mitch Nairati, Artur Hermanis, Don Donovan all going pretty slowly right now as they follow through after the aftermath. Now Artur Hermanis is in the clutches of Don Donovan, out right now, leading by just 0.4 of a second. Frank Castle comes out of pit lane. Let's go back to this 3-way squabble. There goes Don Donovan, the 333 into the chase, driving that Ferrari as fast as possible behind the other Ferrari for the defense not found, but there is a lot of defense in his blood tonight. Neil Kerbel, the race leader in P1, last lap around 201.5 the last time around. 201.5 for Kyle Hirsch. Jakob Stofko with a 201.9. Cooper Atherton lapping at 202.2 on the previous. And all drivers at the front of the grid are seemingly gapping the guys behind them, so no big surprises here. The only one that we need to worry about is Artur Hermanis, Don Donovan, and Omer Kane. Omer Kane can really throw a wrench into this battle for the lead of the Pro-Am category. The 44 leads the 333 by 0.8 of a second right now. As we watch the battle in front. Mitch Nairati is about 0.4 away from Burt Macklin. Stop go 30 for Nathan Henderson, speeding in the pit lane, it looks like, as he serves his mandatory, the number 31. Nairati comes down pit lane, Daniel Hirsch down pit lane. And is that Don Donovan going off there at the final corner? Murray's, I believe it was. Don Donovan no longer in touch with Artur Hermanus for the battle of the lead of the Pro-Am category. This is Spencer Braun and Don Donovan going after it. Don is just 3/10 away from Braun. Oh no, Spencer Braun with a huge tank slapper coming through the chase, and the Carl's Jr. car falls back. Kyle Hirsch getting around Jay Paisa there. Yes, that is Jay Paisa. Something must have happened to the 395. Let's see if we can get a quick recap of that. Because he slowed down by quite a bit of time. Coming through the mountain section, Kyle Hirsch is only 1.8 back now. Oh, almost runs in and does run into the number 5, who is spun out right before the S's. Neil Kerbel going up on 2 wheels. Now Kyle Hirsch 1.5 away from the leader, who's succumbed to a ton of damage. Spencer Braun with a drive-through penalty. And that would also be for speeding in pit lane, as there are very hard track limits here at Bathurst. Buggy Watt, John Malott, both into pit lane now. John Malott on his way out there. Comes out right behind Kyle Hirsch. Jakob Stofko with flashy of the headlights to let him know to get out of the way. Because the battle for the lead of the race is on. Kyle Hirsch 8/10 away from Neil Kerbel, and you can see that bonnet flapping in the wind right now. The number 395 has seen some cleaner and better days. That car is not showroom ready right now. Oh, and clatters the wall again coming through Reed Park, and this is going to be an opportunity for Kyle Hirsch to get by at Solomon Park. Neil Kerbel is trying to defend like a lion right now at the entrance to Skyline. Is not the place you want to make a move. Kyle Hirsch runs into the back of Neil Kerbel there, and now it is a 3-way squabble for the lead of the race. Neil Kerbel, Jakob Stofko, and Kyle Hirsch. recap of what happened here. Yes, run right into the back of Neil Kerbel. And there was a three-way squabble that went all wrong. Accident for the 395, I'm being told. Let's take a look at this. Coming down the Conrad straight. This is the 395 getting chased down by number 70, Jakob Stofko. Jakob to the inside line, the 395 there, and just gets touched by Jakob. And then Neil Kerbel, unable to get the car stopped, looks like he ran into the back of Jakob in avoidance. And now Kyle Hirsch is in the lead of the race. Jay Pisa and Nathan Henderson actually coming down the Conrad straight right now. This is a battle for position overall after Nathan Henderson had that penalty to serve. By John Malott as well. Pisa. Kyle Hirsch commanding this lead right now for Team Dive Bombers with 11 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Only the top 7 remaining to pit. Everybody else has served their mandatory. Kyle Hirsch doing a good job of driving forward, not looking in the rear as Jakob Stofko chases him down, trailing by 1.5 seconds. Neil Kerbel's pit stop was 48.6 seconds long, obviously taking tires and getting that damage repaired that he desperately needed because he was unable to make it through the mountain section in one piece. Macklin going a little bit slowly. Omer Kane and Artur Hermanis able to get by. Interesting. Don't see any incident was reported for the number 4, but I do see the overtakes completed. Coming down the Conrad straight, Artur Hermanis expands his gap over Don Donovan by around 5 seconds now. Here's Daniel Hirsch and the Super Kitties, the number 48 in ninth place. And he's trying to chase down his brother in the P1 spot. Burt Macklin coming down pit road. Artur Jimenez coming down pit road. There goes John Mott. Burt Macklin still in pit lane. Being a very long stop for him. He's tumbled down into 12th position. May even go further back than that. Yes, he is. Down into 13th now. 72 seconds is the pit stop. Jakob Stofko going a little bit slowly, and he is losing time to Kyle Hirsch by a lot. It looks like something happened to him coming through the chase. Let's see if we can get an instant recap of what happened here. Whoa! Nearly running into the back of another driver, it looks like. Nathan Henderson having to squabble his way past, and Jakob Stofko comes down pit road. This will unleash Kyle Hirsch into P1. I was going to say no interviews after this. I have to go to bed, but I might have to interview Kyle Hirsch after this race. Get ourselves into the Discord. Whoa! There is a Jakob Stofko spun around. What the deuce has happened here? On the brakes, coming over Skyline, clips the wall, spins around like a top. And then that is all it took. And again, Kyle Hirsch into pit lane now and unleashed into P1. Cooper Atherton, although overtakes him coming down pit road. As long as Kyle Hirsch does not repair that damage, he does not repair any damage. This will be a very good pit stop for him, it looks like. Cooper Atherton just getting to his box right now. Omer Kane potentially inheriting P1, but still has to make his pit stop. As well as Don Donovan, who's in pit lane. 5 minutes and 15 seconds remaining on the clock, folks. Omer Kane provisionally in P1 right now. Sean Ches trying to battle it out with Nathan Henderson, who's on a recovery drive after a stop-go 30 penalty. Jay Peiser running in 15th position right now, in 3rd place overall. Good running for Jay. Whoa, Neil Kerbel getting run into the back of by the 71, and that's not the way you want to see it end. Oh no. Neil Kerbel getting the rear end of that stick. Kyle Hirsch in 1st place of this race. Leaders on the last lap of the race. That'll be Kyle Hirsch, the leader of this event. Right now, the dive bomber is taking us to the checkered flag right now. He has commanded the race in the cleanest fashion so far, other than that one bump in the rumpus to the leader, Andrej Sturman.
The leader has
He has finished the race in P1 provisionally, negating any penalties right now. Darren Wicks in P2, Cooper Atherton in 3rd place, and then Kyle Hirsch in 4th place. Did I say Kyle? I meant Daniel Hirsch in 4th place. Omer Kane 3.4 seconds back in 5th. Don Donovan in 6th place with an amazing run there at the very end. Mitch Nairati in 7th. Jakob Stofko in 8th. Andrej Sturman with an amazing recovery drive into 9th place. Neil Kerbel in 10th place. Spencer Braun coming to the line in 11th. Nathan Henderson still battling it out with someone. That'll be John Malott, if I'm not mistaken. No battle here, actually. Nathan Henderson will cross the line behind John Malott, but in front of him overall. And what happened to Artur Hermanis? A quick recap of what happened here to Artur. And this is on the last lap. Huge tank slapper into the wall. Oh no. And that's what's ruined the 44's race from getting P1. Don Donovan gets that spot. Sean Ches, Jay Paisa, Don Fossman, Grant Zahara, Buggy Watt, Artur Hermanis in the Pro-Am category. Wowza. Super unfortunate. Let's see if we have any interviewees. We have Daniel Hirsch and Kyle Hirsch. Let's grab them both at the same time.
I was like, what is going on?
What is going on indeed?
What's up, dude?
Auger.
We've grabbed both of the Hirsches at the same time. We're going to do a little double entendre.
All right, let's do it.
I like
what
it.
An amazing race.
Dude, thank you.
That was a lot of
Kyle,
fun.
though. He's the one who got one.
I mean, both of you finished well. Maybe you guys get this too often. You guys just get both bunched together too often. Maybe I should celebrate Kyle and then Daniel. But Kyle, what an amazing race from start to finish. Well, provisionally first place because you might get a penalty applied.
I want to apologize to how do you say his name? Strumman.
Andrej Sturman, yeah.
I'm so sorry, Sturman. I went in offline and I tried not to tap you, but I also tried to keep it on the wall, and it was messy. But after that, it was such a fun race.
It really was.
It was a blast.
Super clean, pretty much from start to finish, other than that lap 1 incident where, yeah, I couldn't tell what had happened, if he had braked early or you were offline. One or the other happened, but man, that was such an exciting race to be seen for sure. And then Daniel getting into P4. How the heck did you manage that?
Dude, I was overtaking cars to start out. I qualified pretty decently at like 10th, but I had some sweet battles with let's see, who were they?
Omer Kane,
Don
Donovan, Mitch Nairati, Jakob Stofko even.
Yeah, I battled all those guys, and it was super clean the whole time. It was crazy. I passed someone through like that really fast left, like right after Forest Elbow. That
through the kink?
The hard braking zone right after the kink.
Oh, the chase.
The chase. Yeah, that was a super fun one. That might have been Donovan, or was that Nairade?
It might have been
Not sure.
Nairadi.
Yeah.
So I know you
Yeah,
made a good overtake at the chase as well, or excuse me, at the cutting at Audi Corner. That was exciting to see. Man, just a whole bunch of really great overtakes through and through on this race. Wasn't expecting it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it was a lot of trust in everybody. Like, I trusted everybody around me, and they trusted me for once. Nobody trusted Hirsch.
We do have a reputation.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Especially lap 1, turn 3 incidences, huh?
Yeah, I made it past turn 3 this time.
Turn 3, turn 6, same thing.
Right.
Oh, but man, what a great race for the both of you. This was a phenomenal one. 22 laps of absolute battling. I don't think we had greater than 1 second gaps. You know, normally at Bathurst, you start to see 1 second, 2 second, 3 second gaps everywhere, but pretty much tight knit battles the entire way through the field. Really exciting to see. And unfortunate race for Neil Kerbel, Andrej Sturman, and Jakob Stofko. Just the if you had any relationship to the MA70 esports team, you were basically out of this race from the start. It just looked like that. Neil Kerbel ran into the side of the number 5, I believe, going into Skyline, and just had a ton of damage.
I was wondering what happened. Me and Stofko caught up to him, and I caught up to him at going up the mountain, so it was really scary to do anything, but I knew something happened. I just didn't know what.
Yeah, super weird. And then Neil was trying to defend, and then you gave him a little love tap in the rumpus there. But I think Neil was kind of trying to let you by at an awkward spot going into Skyline, which is really not the place you want to let anybody through anywhere. So I think it may have just been a miscommunication there. But yeah, Neil Kerbel not with a great race today. He could have walked away with P1.
He had so much pace the first half of the race.
He sure did.
He was walking me.
Yeah, he was I think he had formed almost a 10-second gap on you, to be honest.
Did he have the pole lap and qualifying?
Did he? Wow.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing. I think Neil Kerbel started in like 5th place.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere.
Yeah, Neil started in 5th, finished in 10th. He really did come out of nowhere. He kept it clean throughout all that kerfuffle that happened on lap 1, and then just kept on trucking along. But that pace that he had, unbelievable.
Yeah, I was surprised that the tires didn't fall out until like 5 minutes till the end too. That was strange.
Kerbel's he's incredibly fast, but for some reason this track is just bad luck for him.
Yeah.
He was talking to us about it too. He's like, I hate this track, but I love it.
Oh, poor
guy. Yeah. He's so fast, but he always has back marker problem here.
Mm-hmm.
Always a bridesmaid.
I don't know if you caught it.
What's that?
I don't know if you caught it, but I had a moment coming through Skyline with a back marker too. He was letting me by, and I had to cut it. And it was second to last lap.
Oh no, we missed it.
Yeah, that was a pucker moment for sure.
Oh man, tons of. I mean, any overtake on the mountain section is gonna be a pucker moment.
Definitely.
Unbelievable. Well, thank you guys very much for joining me. Anybody that you want to thank, or anybody that you want to mention before I let you guys go and we close out the stream? I got work at 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow.
Well, thank my wife for staying up so late.
Yeah, man, Sagar, I just want to thank you for always doing this. It's always appreciated. You do a great job. And thanks to the guys who put on the league. This league has gotten bigger and faster every single season.
For sure.
And it's really, really cool to see. So thank you guys for setting it up, and thank you for hosting.
Agreed.
Thanks,
Thank
DRL.
you so much, guys. Thank you very much to DRL. Thank you very much to the community for putting on wonderful entertainment for myself and for everybody to watch back. It's really a good thanks to the drivers. Really appreciate you guys putting together this group of people that can have so much trust in each other to make these crazy overtakes happen. Maybe 3 seasons ago, you wouldn't see this many overtakes at a Bathurst race, but you guys are really forming this community. So thank you guys as well.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Have a good night, gentlemen.
But
Good night.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you very much for sticking around. Really appreciate all the love and support you guys give. Thank you very much to our Patreon subscribers. You guys are the real heroes. And thank you very much to all the drivers for forming such a wonderful community. Thank you very much to Burt Macklin and to, the name is escaping, Frank Castle, for putting together such a wonderful championship season. It's been my honor to be your host for season 5, and I look forward to joining you guys again in the future. Without any further delay, we're going to end the stream here. Have a wonderful night, and as always, make sure you stay safe out there. Bye-bye.